the S650 Mustang is about to start selling like hotcakes. You guys go see that Superman movie, the new Superman movie that just came out. I'll give you guys a warning as well. So let me take it outside and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Let's start it up. Ooh-wee.
Yeah, there's love, there's hate, lies and games, faith.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, and today I'm going to tell you why the S650 Mustang is about to start selling like hotcakes. So, as you all have heard, I'm sure you're well aware that tuning is now available for the S650 Mustang. So because tuning is available, you're going to see a lot of people that were on the fence, a lot of people that were thinking about getting a BMW, or they were trying to save up to get a Cadillac CT4, CT5V, or, the true enthusiast type cars. Now they're going to be like, hold up, I don't have to spend $1 million to get a car that's fun and fast with a manual gearbox. I could still get a muscle car, the last remaining muscle car, the Mustang GT. I can get that and tune it to however I want. Okay, that's what I'm going to get, because you can get one of these for like 45, 46, 48,000 and tune it and be having a heck of a time. But let me take this car outside and I'll explain to you some other reasons why people are going to start getting them now, and also give you guys a warning as well. So let me take it outside and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So first of all, it's not going to be that many cars that has this sound on startup. So let's start it up. Ooh-wee. Yeah. Let's lower this down. But yeah, so one of the reasons why a lot of people are going to be rushing to get the Mustang is because obviously they know that there's tuning available now, but secretly they wanted one for the longest just because of the heritage, the sound, and just that V8 rumble that you can still get with the manual gearbox like that. So not that many offerings out there with V8 and manual gearbox like that. As a matter of fact, this might be one of the only ones that you can get other than a CT4V Blackwing. Well, actually, no, that's a V6, but CT5V Blackwing, my bad. Yes, because there's a couple V6s and straight 6s you can get with manual gearboxes. But as far as manual gearbox V8s, I think it's just the CT5V Blackwing and the Mustang. So that's like reason number one. All right, so this is another reason why I believe people are going to start picking up these S650 Mustang GTs. And it's one of the most beautiful cars you can get on the market right now. And because that they're now tunable, people that have been sitting on the fence, they've been probably admiring just how beautiful it is. And they're like, man, I need to get me a S650, Now they're like, okay, I'm definitely going to get it, because that tuning thing just puts it over the edge for most people, right? And because of the tuning thing, what's going to happen now, you're going to have a lot of influencers and a lot of YouTubers are going to start buying these to tune them and make big power and stuff like that. And you're going to start seeing a lot more S650 content because of it. And through the content that's being produced, through more content that's being out there, it's going to influence a lot of people that probably would have never even seen a S650 Mustang GT before. It wasn't on their radar. They were probably looking at imports. They were probably looking at the Toyota Supra. They were probably looking at the Nissan Z. And then they'll be like, hold up, I can get a big boy V8 naturally aspirated with the manual gearbox and it's tunable. Let me go for that instead, and this is where Chevy and Dodge fell off. It's like I think they went the kind of with the European model of, let's electrify and go all, EV and stuff like that. And Ford did the same, but they also went hybrid, and they also kept the options open and still gave us the classic muscle car that we all know and love. So because of that, now you're now going to have like Ford leading the way, and I think it's going to sit right with more people. They're going to be like, man, I love Camaros, I love Chevy, but Chevy dropped the ball and Dodge dropped the ball, and they try to give us some stuff that we didn't want it. So just off of respect or maybe anger at the other big three, I think a lot more people are going to start going with these S650 Mustangs now that they're tunable, and because they're going to see a lot more content. And there's also like a shift in the world right now, right? And I think you're going to start seeing a lot more Americans be a lot more patriotic and start, you know, buying more American vehicles. Also because I think Trump put in place some tax savings that you can have by purchasing like made in America vehicles. So that is also going to drive, you know, so most people are going to be like, okay, I want to get something American, but I also want to get something fun. And the most fun vehicle that you can get for the money with the manual gearbox, with the V8, is the S650 Mustang GT. And like I said, now that it's tunable, it's just going to be the icing on the cake for a lot of people. So that's going to tip a lot of people over the edge. Another thing is, this is actually quite practical. Like, people don't realize it, but when you look inside here, there's lots of room for taller people. See, like cars like the Mazda Miata and stuff, it squeezes out a lot of people because a lot of people can't fit in it, like myself. Even the Supra and the Nissan Z, they're kind of small, so it's not going to fit many people over 6 foot, you know, in my case, 6'6". This, I fit inside here comfortably, like very, very comfortably. And I mean, if in a pinch, I could fit people in the back seats, but that's not something that I would highly recommend. And then you have a much bigger trunk space than a lot of these other offerings, you know? And the fact that the Mustang is so highly customizable, I think that's also going to be a huge reason why you're going to get a lot of people switching over to the S650 Mustang, right? So that's another thing to keep in mind. Another thing, like, I think there's a switch in the world as far as like just how people feel about things, right? So I think like the best way to put it, you know what? You guys go see that Superman movie, the new Superman movie that just came out. And then if you've seen it, tell me how you felt afterwards. After watching a movie like that, you kind of come out feeling like, you know what? All the preconceived notions and stuff that I had before, like all this like divisiveness that I've been dealing with where I feel is like us against them. Now I want to just be more united. And I think like the Mustang GT is kind of part of that movement where it's going to unite because Chevrolet and Dodge and, you know, a lot of other companies are not like, we don't have the Subaru WRX STI anymore. So there's a lot of fun cars that we're missing out on. I think a lot of us can get behind the Mustang GT and unite over this being the last fun vehicle, the last like just real affordable fun vehicle that you can get, because you can still go out and get a CT4V and a CT5V Blackwing. Those are like $80,000 and up, or like $60,000-$70,000 and up. So this is more within range for a lot of us, and I think a lot of people are going to start gravitating towards it because of that, because of just that feeling in the air, and also because of the history and the nostalgia. You know, when I say the history, Ford is not shy about showing off their history. I don't know if you guys can see that here. You might not be able to, okay, there you go. It's focused. You can see all the generations of Mustangs right there. Like, they're happy to show off their heritage. And you see it here as well. You can see it right there. So Ford is not shy about showing off their heritage. And I think, you know, a lot of people are just ready to get behind something. And then you got that nice big old 5.0 liter V8. You know, we can't do this video without popping the hood. So, oh yeah, let's see, let's pop the hood here. Now, I'm not sure if Chevy or, well, Dodge is already, I think they got their guy Tim Kanuskis back. So I think because of him, they're going to probably bring back a V8 Challenger and Charger and stuff like that. Man, I gotta remember where it is on the, oh yeah, there we go. Too many cars, hard to remember where they all open up. But the good thing about this is it comes with hood struts versus a lot of cars where you get that prop rod. So if you're into like modern cars and stuff, then you know this is one of the most reliable engines out there. This Coyote, I think this is probably the 3rd generation Coyote. It is built to last, and it can take boost. It loves boost. So that's another thing too. Like, it's gonna do its job. It's gonna take power and keep moving and keep moving and keep moving. So that's also something where people are they're gonna love this vehicle, and they're gonna keep coming for it because, like I said, They're gonna see the content. There's that feeling in their gut where they just want something fun, and they want something reliable, and they want something naturally aspirated, or they want to boost it, but they want to do it themselves, and they want to make crazy power, because there's going to be a lot of these in the 800 to 1200 horsepower range now that tuning is available. So that's something else to think about. But yeah, that's why I think these S650 Mustang GTs are going to start selling like hotcakes. But you guys comment below and let me know what you think. I think it's really going to start selling like hotcakes. So, you know, that when HP tuners unlock the ECU, I don't know if they know what they were doing, but I think you're going to start seeing these cars everywhere, like everywhere. And I think it's also going to push Chevrolet to bring back the Camaro. And I think Dodge is going to bring back the like V8 manual gearbox Challenger, and they may even make the Charger with a manual gearbox now to try and creep up on the sales or latch on to the coattails of the Mustang that never left production, that kept making their V8 muscle car. And I think the Chevy Camaro may try and do the same. I don't know. We'll see, because I think that's the direction things are heading in. But you guys comment below and let me know what you think. Do you think that the Mustang GT or the S650 Mustangs are going to start selling a lot more now that tuning is available? And do you think that Chevrolet is going to bring back the Camaro? And if Dodge will bring back the Challenger with a manual gearbox paired with a V8? Yeah, let me know, comment and let me know. But shout out to everybody that rocks with us. Shout out to Blueprint 1 Elite, 100 Grand Nate. Shout out to Cutie Chaotic, Race Car 21, Speed Demon, Fast Life, Kappa for Life, Dr. Robert, all you guys, man. Shout out to all you guys. Shout out to Will Motivation, Moose 2X. A lot of love for all you guys, man. But that's it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Race Car Friends out. Oh, for all of you that stuck around all the way to the end of the video, this is for you. So I said I wanted to issue a warning as well for anyone that wants to get these cars. And the warning is simply this. Now that you can make them real fast and you can go get these cars at a lower price than you would get them for, like at a CT5V or CT4V Blackwing and stuff like that, and you can make them real fast, do not drive them fast on highways. Wait and take them to the track, wait and take them to the drag strip, take them to racing events. That's where you get your enjoyment. And the reason why I say that is right now, nationwide in the US, there is like a war on car culture. They don't want you meeting up and going to car meets. They don't want you speeding. They don't want you doing anything fun with your cars. And not that, you know, I'm not an advocate for speeding on the highways or doing anything dangerous, you know, but they're trying to make examples out of people. So like I saw in Texas, they just gave a guy like 10 years for, I mean, he was totally wrong. Like, he led the cops on a high-speed chase and he eventually ended up crashing, but he didn't hurt anybody. And I felt like 10 years for something like that is disproportionate. They should have suspended his license and, you know, made him do some, maybe if he had to do jail time, maybe 30 days, but 10 years, to rob somebody of 10 years of their life for, you know, a speeding infraction, that's going to make a lot of people not even want to get cars. They're probably just going to want to get bikes and, you know, not even spending money on stuff like that. Or a lot of people might just start leaving the US. A lot of people might start traveling and going overseas just so they can have freedom. You know, I'm seeing a lot of people doing that already. But if you're one of those people that want to stay in the US and you want to enjoy your cars, do so responsibly. Don't give these people a reason to lock you up and take away your freedom. Only drive, you know, the speed limit. And if you want to have fun with your cars, take them to the racetrack, take them to the drag strip, and only go to sanctioned car meets or car meets that, you know, people are making money from, so that they're not going to try to give you tickets and stuff like that. Because like I said, there is a war on car culture. So it's time for us to evolve and make smarter and better choices. All right? RC, I told you.